Hey, I hope your day is going well. I am Jay, and today is Christmas Eve here in the US. I have my hot chocolate in hand, but there is a Grinch out there using Internet Explorer, and they send me a message, your website is not working using Internet Explorer, and I was like, okay. So it was my mistake because I needed to compile my new awesome modern code to old code that is compatible with Internet Explorer or any other like very old browser. So I'm using Babel to do that, and I'm gonna show you how you can actually do it very quickly, and I'm gonna show you how you can do it using Node, which is in most cases you're gonna have a project and you're gonna be using Node like npm and all that. All right, so here we are in Babel, and there's a lot of information here. I'm gonna click Setup to get started. You will see all the options that we have here. So in browser, this is the quick one that we're gonna do now. Built-ins and build systems that a lot of people use out there. We're gonna use Gulp. I'm very familiar with Gulp and it's very easy. So I'm just gonna do that one after we do the in browser. So I'm gonna click in browser and scroll down a little bit. And as you can see here, there's a script that we need to put in our HTML file. And then after that, you can put your JavaScript code. The only thing you need to do is make sure you put the type as text Babel. All right. So let's go ahead and do that. This is my website, and yeah, because we are on holidays, I use this cool background and just simple stuff. So I'm just going to do a very simple JavaScript, but it's going to be a very modern code. And I'm going to make sure that it's compatible with all browsers. All right. So let's go back. I'm going to start by copying this. So copy. Let's go to my text editor. All right, so this is my website. It's just a simple HTML. As you can see, we have an H1, some paragraphs. I already have my terminal running with a Browsersync. That way it hot reload. By the way, there's a link in the description, Browsersync. Everything that I'm talking today, there's gonna be links in the description of the video, okay? All right, so let's go. I'm gonna just scroll all the way down here. And before the body, I'm gonna just paste that Babel URL. That way we have Babel already there. And I have a main.js here, totally empty, but this is the one that we're gonna put some code. I'm gonna do script, source, and a main.js. All right. One thing, remember, we need to do the type. So let's go back, make sure that we do it. All right, type. I'm just gonna copy and paste this. Back to the code. Paste it here. There we go. I'm gonna save it. And now you can actually go and code very modern code. So let's do something. That way you understand if you don't know about it. So let's use const. Create some kind of variable. Headline. Let's get the H1 from that website. It's going to be equal to document dot query selector, and let's get that H1. Okay. And now what I want to do is create a function that change that H1 to whatever text you want. Okay. So let's go ahead and create another variable, const. You can call this whatever you want. Let's do change text. It can be change headline, change, I don't know. And here we're going to create a function. It's going to be an arrow, a fat arrow function, and is going to return something. So letting you know, this fat arrow function is from ES6, so it's new. Internet Explorer, for example, is not going to understand that. It's just not going to work. It's going to give you an error. All right. So, whoops, there is a typo here. Change text. All right. All right, and we're gonna return. What's gonna happen is gonna change the headline, so we can do headline dot text content equals to whatever we put inside here. So let's put something here like text and the headline text context is going to be equal to text. All right. So right now I need to run this function. Nothing's going to happen. Let's run the function, change text. And then inside here, we can put whatever we want string. So right now in my website, if I go back, it says Babel here, the H1. Let's change that to Babel 2021, for example. Let's save that. Let's go back to the page. And there you go. So this modern code is already working. The problem is that if I upload this to a server and send this website to the client or to your boss or whoever, and that person for some reason is using Internet Explorer or some old browser, they're just gonna see Babel and the 2021 is not gonna be there. So maybe they're gonna say like, hey, the 2021 is not there, it's not working, what's going on? It's because they're using an old browser. But because we're using Babel, it's gonna work, okay? All right, here's the thing. Now I don't wanna use it here. I wanna use Node in another project. So I'm just gonna remove this. We can remove this just like normal. Let's go back to normal. All right. And now this is gonna work because I'm using the latest, I think the latest, well, no, there's an update button. Even is Chrome, it's working just fine. Very modern browser, okay? All right, now let's do it with Gulp. So we're gonna do NPM and all that stuff. Some people don't like it, but this is how it is, all right? You create a project using Node. So let's go ahead, go back. Here in my terminal, I'm using VS Code here. I'm gonna split. By the way, if you don't know where or how to open this terminal, just go up here, terminal, new terminal. It's gonna open and you can do whatever you want there. So I'm gonna do npm init. Here you can use your package name, all those details. I'm just gonna press enter, enter, enter. And now you're gonna see a package.json here with some information that you can change it in the future if you want. Let's close that. Let's go back to the Babel and see how we can set up this using Gulp. So let's go up here. I'm gonna click Gulp. All right, here you go. So first, make sure you have Gulp installed and Node. First Node, that's very important. I'm gonna put links in description. You have to install Node first and then install Gulp. And as you can see here, they're giving us how we can install Gulp as a dev dependency. So let's go ahead and do that. Go back to the code here. All right, let's go back and copy. Let's copy this. Let's put it in here. Let's run it. All right, it can take a little bit more, a little bit less, depending on their computer. But now if we go to package.json, you can see now Babel core and Gulp Babel. All right. Next, we need to create a Gulp file. So let's go ahead here and do Gulp file.js. There you go. And here we need to put the code that they're providing. This one right here. So I'm just gonna copy, paste it right here. And now the only difference is that this source app.js is not what we have. So I just need to change it to main.js, which is the one that I have right now. So it's gonna take that code, it's gonna pass the preset, which we need to install now. That's gonna compile it and convert it and do the magic to make sure the code is compatible with all browsers. And then it's gonna save this file in a new folder called dist, okay? You can change it if you want to. Gulp, it has a lot of options. I'm just doing something very simple here, showing you what you can do right now. So let's go ahead and install that preset. I think if you scroll the way down, yep, here it is, npm install Babel preset. This is gonna make sure that it doesn't matter which, like it can be a very, very, very modern code. It's gonna take that code and actually compile it. Okay, so let's go ahead, paste it here, same thing, let's enter. It's gonna take a minute. There we go. Let's go back to the package.json just to make sure that is there. There you go, you can see it. Preset right there. All right. We have these, we change it to main.js, all good. Let's save it. And now all you have to do here in the terminal is write gulp, press enter. Whoops. Yep, we need to install gulp locally, so let's go ahead and do that. They're saying try running npm install. Okay, I'm gonna do that. All right, and now let's go back to package.json just to make sure, and dependencies gulp. Perfect. Now we can use gulp, so let's go ahead and do that. Back to terminal, write gulp, press enter. Now we're talking. So I don't know if you noticed, but now we have a new folder here called dist. Let's open that. There's a main.js file. Let's open that main.js file. And there you go. Now I want to see the difference between both of them, like mine file and the one generated by gulp. Let's split this. I want to put this one here. All right. No, actually, I want to put this one here. Okay. Let's zoom out a little bit. All right, so this is mine, right? The left side, the new one using the arrow function and all that. And here you can see the one that we can actually use for the old browsers. We notice that there is a var instead of const, and then they actually put function and the return and all that. So we don't have to do that if you are coding using modern JavaScript. But it's good that you have this code, because now people can go and use Internet Explorer or any other old browser, and it's gonna work. This is gonna work. All right, so now I can go ahead, and instead of main.js here, I can do dist main.js, save it. Now we're running this code. Let's go back, make sure it's working. And there you go. It's working, Babel 2021. This is gonna work with any old browser, including our lovely Internet Explorer. Make sure you compile that code. It's this simple. There's a lot of ways to do it. I hope you learned something new. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. 2021 is gonna be a great year. Thank you. See ya. Subscribe if you want to keep learning, and click on the bell icon to receive notifications every time I upload a new video. Thank you so much for watching. Have a beautiful day. Bye bye.